Hello friends, it's Simone. It's day 21 of 30 Inks 30 days in September of 2023, and as you can hear from the sound of this box, we are nearing the countdown. And I'm very surprised that I'm still here. Day 21. I'm going to pick an ink. I'm not looking, you just have to trust me. The way I'm picking those inks has been described in many of the other 30 Inks 30 Days videos. I'm going to link the first one where I prep in the description box below. Today's ink is Red Robin, which I'm excited about because it is a, let me show it to you, Inkvent calendar ink from the Inkvent of 2021. Oops, I'm very sorry about that. And I have not used it yet, and I don't really know why, because this is usually a color that I am liking. So these are all the pens that I have. The reason why I'm not really picking from here is because I know how Twispies work. I would rather use some of the inks that I haven't. I just pulled out these inks and I'm like, what is this? These are all the pens that I have cleaned and that I have used in 30 Inks 30 Days, and I don't want to repeat the pens because I don't have to. There's nothing wrong with repeating pens. In fact, on my Discord, we just talked the other day about doing spins on 30 Inks 30 Days, like using the same ink for a week and using different pens. Or yeah, you could use the same pen for 30 Inks 30 Days and put 30 different inks in that pen and then see what your experience is with that. Red Robin. Okay, I'm just going with now I'm questioning myself. I think I will get a chance to use these two. Yeah, I'm just checking back, seeing what I am, if you're able to see. I actually, if you can see, I put these more towards the front because these are the pens that I would really like to use in 30 Inks 30 Days. This one is definitely coming up. We already know what ink is going to go in here. So we have 10 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that's what I thought I would do. Hopefully, I mean, even if I'm ending with, this is not set in stone, but this is like, these I would love to feature in the videos, and hopefully I will pull an ink that will work with those pens. And if not, I can always fall back on my Twispies. I don't have words today. So how does this work again? So the reason why I was so set on pre-filming those videos is because I cannot really film 4 days every week because I am working, and then my kids have afternoon activities and I need water, and it's not feasible for me to film a video, transcribe on those 4 days. And I didn't want to stress myself out on those 4 days. So I'm stressing myself out on the other days. And I'm talking about stressing out, but actually, if this was stressing me out to the point that I did not want to do this, I wouldn't. So if you hear me talking about stressing out, it's because I'm really enjoying this. I'm enjoying this so much that on the days that I can't film, I'm like, oh, maybe I can get it in here. Maybe I can squeeze it in here so that I can pull the next ink, film another video, chat to you, experience these inks. This is a lot of fun. So trust me when I say that even though I talk about it stressing and how stupid I was to commit to this idea, I am really enjoying myself. And if I didn't, I wouldn't do this. I would have already stopped much earlier than where we are right now. But where I was going with this actually in the beginning was that as I said, I try to film Wednesdays and Thursdays if I'm not working, and then Sundays. So there's always a gap in between, and the first video that I film on those days is like, how did I actually do this? Do I ink the pen first? What do I do? So that's where I was earlier. I really don't know why I did not use this ink. It's probably because when you have an ink and you swatched it, it's part of your inventory. And then because Inkvent is 25 days over the span of 25 inks over the span of 25 days, it's just so many that basically you can't get them into pens all at the same time. Unless you're Kelly Loves Letters, she does such an amazing job with her Inkvent every year, in my opinion. I wish I would be able to pull that off. But I am not going to. I did purchase the Inkvent for this year, 2023, but I think I'm just going to do reels with swatches on Instagram, and then maybe, actually, I am going to film a spoiler video where you can see the minute I get it, I film it and we'll put it up. So I will mark it as a spoiler video, just so you are aware. That's good enough fill for this experiment. And actually, if you wanted to see how they are filled professionally, I just saw Ink Journal, Tom Otto, share a trick on filling this on his Instagram, actually. So yeah, I will put up a spoiler because I think they are still available. And if you want to see what you get, then I think it's a nice service to the community to be able to share that ahead of time. And it also helps me with my anticipation problem. But I will share the Diamine Inkvent on Reels on Instagram, and not in a daily video like that. And I said I was going to mark the spoiler video so that you wouldn't stumble into a video that you didn't want to watch if you were going to wait. The anticipation problem is the following. I have just listened to that, to two podcast hosts talking about that specific problem about books. So I am talking so slowly because I cannot talk and write at the same time. Let me do Red Robin. And then down here, I'm so glad that this pen writes so well. I was just not drawn to inking it up earlier. And then I was starting to question, so why am I not inking this? Do I not like this? Is there something that I have against this pen? No. There's nothing that I have against this pen. This is one of my best writing fountain pens, one of my most comfortable fountain pens. This pen is perfection. Amber, I think it's called. Medium. And because this community is so generous, I am able to own this. Someone here gave this to me. Anticipation problem is the following, and I noticed that with me, that when I am anticipating something so much, and I'm really enjoying the anticipation process. There's nothing wrong with anticipating something and being excited for something. But I'm building up this anticipation, and then in reality, most of the time, the actual thing lets me down. And I will have to link that podcast in the description box below, because they talked about separating, now I don't find a pen here. Separating the anticipation from the experience, because you can anticipate something and just enjoy the anticipation without the actual thing having to live up to that anticipation. And I noticed that about myself. I have a very, very, very hard time to separate the two. And so something like the Inkvent, where we pre-order it in the summer, and it's like, oh wow, everyone in the community is so excited for it. And then I open each and every day a bottle, each and every day, and every time I'm disappointed. I am disappointed because the actual product cannot live up to the anticipation I have built up. And so for me, unboxing this in private and just swatching the inks ahead of time actually helps me to get that down and get this anticipation out. And then I can actually, on those days when I'm opening it up and again, a second time, knowing what awaits me, I can actually appreciate the color for what it is, and it doesn't have to live up to the expectation that I had. I hope this was helpful for you, because what was I going to write? Day 21 podcast anticipation. I think they also link an article. I haven't read that, but maybe I can link that article in the description box down below as well. So you don't really have to listen to the podcast if you don't want to. Yeah, I'm going to transcribe. I will be back. If I didn't finish a thought that you want me to finish, again, please leave it in the description, in the comments section down below. Don't forget that I am hosting a giveaway for ink samples, a notebook, and a Jinhao 82. The giveaway is open until October 1st, 2023. You can comment on any of the 30 days videos. The more you comment, the more entries you get. And yeah, I will see you in the summary. So what can I say? I am so surprised that I haven't used this ink. I said it in another one of those videos where I used an Inkvent ink. Or maybe it was the first part, and I think I also didn't finish that thought. When you have 25 inks in a row that you open up, then you try to use them maybe in the first 3 months of acquiring them and getting them. And then there's new inks, other inks that you want to explore, and the rest that just falls to the wayside. And I think this one was, I tend to use the ones that I'm confused about or that are weird, that I want to explore more, like the ones that I'm like, do I actually like this or not? Those tend to go into pens more often than the ones that I already know I like. And then the ones that are super, super fascinating to explore. Like I think I put Seize the Night in one because that was such a weird color to me. But this one I liked, and I'm so glad I included it in this 30 inks 30 days, because wow. All right, what do I have to say about this? Wow, this ink color is amazing. It is a red. Is it a red leaning orange? What is that color? How do you describe this best? What does burnt orange look like? Maybe brick red? I really like it, and I will use this again. I said it previously, I really like exploring inks, but I also am really drawn to just getting a standard range of colors that I like and using them over and over again. I'm currently in the exploration phase, but if I'm ever in the other phase where I'm just using comfort inks, then this one would definitely be one that would be included. The pen is perfect. I am floored by it every time I use it. This is the perfect fit for my hand, comfortable to the max, wet and smooth, not too buttery, even though it's a Pilot. It took the 68 GSM paper, look at how this looks, like a champ, and it just stands out from the crowd of nice pens. This is stellar. Yeah, I said before in one of the videos that I don't know why I'm not using this. Today I did, and wow, I could use this over any of the pens. I just flipped through this. I was like, well, and then I was like, oh, well, this one was great too. And this one not so much, but I think it was the paper. This one I liked. But really, I prefer this one over maybe this one. I want to try a different ink in this pen soon. This one is nice too. Yeah, there's other nice pens, but this one is like the one that everything is getting measured by. Maybe that's a great way to end the video and say thank you so much for watching. We are on day 21. Isn't that like something? It's something. Oh, the video is so long. Maybe we can look back at all the other inks from day 11 to day 20 tomorrow. I will see you there. Goodbye.